All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So as you can see, lately there has been a recent surge of this video about confronting a racist cult. And as you can see, the two themes here is that you have an Edomite at the top of the screen, top of the search, and you have the Jake right underneath, right? As you can see, for the Jake one, it says Christian preacher or modern day Pharisees, right? And for the top one, it says confronting a racist cult, right? As you can see, Jake doesn't know who his own oppressor is. Now, let's click this video. We're not good enough to
That's what y'all were made an image of. That's really intense. Like, what type of music do you listen to? I love Jesus. What type of music? Faith of the saint. That's what the saint.
So, let's go.
Matthew 10:17-18. He says, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in the synagogues, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles." Are they going to bear witness to the Gentiles?
For a testimony of the Gentiles. Do you know who the Gentiles are?
Wait, hold on. Are they going to bear witness to the Gentiles?
Yes.
Okay, all right. In Jesus Christ, physical human body, he limits himself. That's why Scripture
what do you
teaches.
mean by his physical human body?
So, we're going to stop the video right there. Now, for one, I'm going to say this. The Gentiles that the Bible is speaking about is the Hebrew Gentiles, because there was a time during the, I believe it was the Macedonian period, or the Maccabean period, Slovakia. What happened was that the real Jews, the Hebrews, the Israelites, it was illegal for them to profess that they were a Jew. So what happened was they became accustomed under the heathen rule of the Grecians, I believe, at that point, right? So what ended up happening was you had a lot of these Israelites that were calling themselves Greek, right? And those Israelites would be called Gentiles, right? And before the term Gentiles came along, it was Hellenized Gentiles. So the thing is let's get out the scripture, actually. Let's get out Isaiah chapter 28, verse 10. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, right? So when you read the Bible, you can't just read it, right, as if there has been no change of definition throughout the hundreds of years the Bible has been so far circulated and printed and translated hundreds of times over, right? You gotta understand, you know, when you're reading the Bible, you gotta get the right definitions. Sometimes you may have to look at older definitions, right? You know, there's a definition in the Bible where I believe Sarah, right, was called fair. And the term, now if you read the Bible in a modern definition, the term fair would mean white. But if you read the Bible the way it's supposed to be, the term fair simply means beautiful. And this is the problem with these people, especially with these Edomites that are preaching the Bible and reading the Bible, is they read it in the modern Western way, right? When the Bible is supposed to be read in the way that it's really supposed to be read, as in the Eastern way, the original way the Bible is supposed to be read, right? So this is why you'll have an Edomite spouting nonsense about Gentiles, right? And he won't do any history or do anything with precepts upon precepts about what that means. But that just shows you the word is not for the Edomites, right? It's for the children of Israel. Now, let's go here. Because, since Esau wants to believe that everyone can be saved, that everyone is going to be high rank in the kingdom of heaven according to Esau, right? Or Esau believes he's going to be basically ruling forever, right? So you have Esau ruling on this side, and Esau believes if he does good on this side, he'll also rule in the kingdom of heaven, right? Well, let's get out the scripture of Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 33, and see what the scripture says about that. It says, "But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people." Right? So, who is this covenant with? It's the covenant with the house of Israel. It's not with Edomites or any other nation. Alright? The covenant is only with the house of Israel. And whose God will be the God of those people? I'll tell you, Yahweh is the God of the Israelites. It says right here, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. Now, who are God's people? The Israelites. And guess what? And Yahweh is the God of the Israelites. Alright? Yahweh's not dealing with these Edomites. Alright? If these Edomites read Obadiah, they will know that. But truth is seeking out of the earth. So, as you can tell, these Edomites are being very bothered. Because what in the world stirred up that Edomite to randomly want to make a documentary and confront Israelites preaching on the street corner, on the highways and byways? At some point, he probably got bothered in the spirit. Right? Because it's starting to get to him. These Edomite Christians are realizing that the narrative they've been preaching through hundreds of years through oppressing Jake is not working anymore, and they're realizing there's a lot of holes with the way the Edomite preaches the Bible. Right? But when you have the true definition of the Bible, the true preaching of the Bible from the Israelites, you have the whole roll, right, without any holes, right? You got the complete book, right? When the Israelites preach the Bible, but when the Edomites teach the Bible, it's like a block of cheese filled with holes, right? But when the Israelites preach the Bible, it's a whole book with no holes. So that's the thing, is that Esau is starting to realize that his definition and version of reading the Bible is wrong. And it's starting to bother these Edomites because the thing is, there's going to be a lot of hell to pay for Esau. And Esau doesn't want to pay for what he did. Now, let's get Isaiah chapter 14, verse 2. "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." Right. So who were the oppressors of the Israelites? Simple. The ones that have oppressed Israel for over the last 400 years was Esau. The ones who put the Israelites into captivity was Esau. Right? So, as you can see, the house of Israel will possess in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, and captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're going to be ruling over our oppressors, and Esau right now is our oppressor. Right? Even a simple scripture like this is too deep for Esau. You know what I mean? Or let's get out this one last scripture. Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. Right? So it's not no kumbaya with all 18 nations. Alright? Esau led into captivity, so he's going to go into captivity. Esau killed with the sword, so Esau's going to be killed with the sword. And this is, as Israelites, this is our hope of what we're waiting on for Yahweh Shai to establish his government on earth and for us to be able to rule as kings over the heathen nations and over Esau. Right? So, brethren, as you can see, Esau is getting bothered. These Edomites, you know, a lot of them are starting to see that the way they've been preaching the Bible is wrong. And even some Edomites are starting to admit that they are indeed Edomites. Right? So I hope this lesson was very edifying. Keep pushing into faith and truth. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and thank you to the elders and apostles and brethren who help teach me this truth. Shalom.